property near Savannah on the Cape Fear River, I think. Let me check. Savannah River, sorry. So, and the rest of the group had absconded to the... Here we are. Here's my notes. Had absconded to a motel in a really seedy neighborhood of Savannah, Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
And had, in fact, encountered another of yes, another of Deacon's contacts.
Yay, Deacon.
All right, and Christoph, were you with them or were you still with Deacon?
Still with Deacon.
Probably with Deacon because I was sick during the time.
Fabtabulous. Okay, so I do have an idea of where everyone is. All right. So, in the time that everyone else, that you guys have been in Savannah, Deacon has assumed the role of the acting Prince of Atlanta.
Oh.
Basically, it's his job to ensure that no more hijinks and goings-on occur under his watch, because basically, without Patricia, the whole place was going to hell in a handbasket.
Mm.
And after several needs to really squeeze people that the Camarilla has in place at Google to suppress certain cell phone videos, things have gotten interesting.
Wow.
All right, so does anybody have the name of... Wait a sec. Never mind. I've got it. Or do I? No, I don't. The name of the young lady that you guys met who was one of Deacon's contacts.
I don't have it.
Okay. If not, I will just retcon it and make up a name and we'll call it a day.
Let me check.
Okay.
My allies section.
Where did they meet? Was that the one that's the hotel? Where did they meet them? Okay, I couldn't remember.
I thought it was the hospital. That's where we met.
Yeah, she met at the hospital after they took in
that one guy.
Gregory. I do have his name.
Of
Big
course,
Greg. Yeah, I know.
Oh,
Big
that's
Greg
right.
is
Okay.
taken in because he was shot by angry Albanians. So
Because we killed one of his wasn't it the heir of that particular group?
Yes.
Yeah.
You all killed like the Don of that particular mafia's kid. He wasn't a right kid, but it was his kid.
You know, buy some salt one day, kill a mafia boss the other day.
That's why I love this group. All right. So we're going to open on Fester and Caroline. Caroline had pissed off some ghosts.
Oh, God.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
The ghosts begged her to help them to somehow escape their trapped bondage state with the Giovanni. And Caroline, in awesome Caroline fashion, was just like, yeah, sure. And now she's about to just ram out to Acrizio.
Damn right.
Alright, so it's sunset. Everybody mark off your blood point. Alright, so Caroline, you and Fester come before Acricio. Acricio is like, the information you need and the ritual you require, I have it here. And he hands Caroline a box made of black teak wood.
Ooh. Are we allowed to open the box? No. I
It is
feel like
yours. You may-
Seven. I feel like Brad Pitt and Seven. Like, what's in the fucking box?
You can Acricio is basically this. He looks, when you see under his hood, he looks like somebody whose face has been rotted away a bit by the bubonic plague before he was, or perhaps leprosy, before he was in fact embraced as a vampire.
Lovely.
Acricio is like, the box is yours. Open it whenever you like. The ritual implements and materials, and I've put everything in phonetically.
Well, thank you very much. And I guess at this time, she will give him the information about those spirits.
Fortunately, you've already rolled your humanity for that. He's like, you do me a great service, and you show your clan as being honorable folk. How may I repay the debt that we owe you?
Can I call on you at another time whenever we might need something?
You most certainly may. He
Very
snaps
well.
his fingers, and a younger Giovanni comes running in with a cell phone. He's like, the number is pre-programmed. Use it only to call us.
Absolutely.
All right, so you got a major boon from the Giovanni.
She'll look over at Fester and be like, come on, sweetie.
Fester just looks over and shrugs his shoulders. All right, let's go.
All right, so now we'll cut over to Creed.
Yes.
You wake up, your eyes blinking and Erica is there with you, and basically you're blinking your eyes, waking up, and you smell cotton candy.
What is that disgusting yet sweet smell?
You look over, there's probably about a 5-6-year-old boy who's eating cotton candy. And he goes, oh, hi.
And you maybe?
Oh, my name's Timothy. Who
More
are you?
information?
What more can a 5-year-old give you?
Why he is there?
You didn't ask
Well,
that. You asked who he was.
I live here.
Ooh, I feel bad for asking that now. Why am I here?
Miss Hannah let you guys sleep here.
That's right. I'm more focused on eating.
Oh. Well, okay. Yeah, Miss Hannah said there is food upstairs in the office.
Thanks, though, Timothy. And he kind of like pats him on the head and then walks up to go get food.
Okay. Zach, what are you doing as you wake up? You're also in Hannah's nightclub.
Oh, yeah. I guess a little perplexed and the smell and the overly sweet aroma of cotton candy is just he's going to go upstairs to where the actual food is.
Don't you guys call that candy floss?
We do, but we do call it candy floss. But
He's going native.
I'm speaking with Americans. I might as well, but there are certain things I won't change. Although I do think it should be called cotton candy. It makes more sense than candy floss. But anyway.
I personally think fiberglass confection is better.
Agreed.
I don't like the idea of candy floss because it just I just picture it and it's not a fun picture.
Well, there's always the joke about the big book of British smiles, and flossing with it. It makes sense. Anyway.
British teeth are actually far better than American teeth. Just
oh God, yes. Oh yes. I mean, especially now that none of us can afford dental care. But I digress.
Yeah, I had to get my tooth pulled because I can't afford a root canal.
It's actually cheaper to fly to Mexico and get your root canal than it is to get one in the U.S.
Exactly.
All right. So anyway, you all are in. You're in a cheery-looking nightclub. It was closed by the time you all got here. It's something called Club One. And all right, as Christoph, did you ask to rendezvous with your fellow compatriots?
Where have I been?
You have been with Deacon, sort of glued to his warm side. Or actually cold side. But anyway, and he's offered, since he now knows, thanks to Hannah. Oh, wait. Hang on. Yes, all right. Yeah, this is another Hannah. Got it. Okay.
So not the Hannah he said to stop.
No, not that Hannah.
Okay.
This is another city, and there are people with multiple names. I actually use a random name generator for most of this stuff. So, anyway. All right, so you know that she is the Toreador who owns a very popular night spot in Savannah called Club One, and it's kind of a meeting place for vampires there. So, if you wish, he will send you to ship you out to be with your coterie, and also to keep an eye on them for him, so they don't blow anything up or.
then yes, that's what he'll do. If he knows they're there, he just wants to go over there. Really.
All right. So you have arrived at the club. You see Creed walking upstairs looking puzzled. Erica is behind him, and Zach is following along. And
hello.
Oh God.
Well,
Erica leans over to you, Creed, and goes, "Is he always this chipper this early in the evening?"
He just nods slowly.
Oh. Cool.
He just skips over.
You want some food?
Oh, yes.
All right, let's go.
Yay.
All right, Hannah is waiting in the office, and there are 4 people chained up in here. She's like, "I'm sorry for the barbaric arrangements. Unfortunately, I wasn't planning on feeding so many on such short notice, but they've been bathed."
That's the most important part.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, Christoph, you must be Christoph. Deacon's always talking about you. Aren't you just adorable?
Oh, you just look happy.
Oh dear God, there are 2 of them.
I'm afraid I haven't had the pleasure.
Oh yes. My name is Hannah Elam, and I have known Deacon forever. So, it is an absolute pleasure to have you in my home. And your friends.
Oh, thank you.
Although your friends really got in trouble last night.
Oh.
Don't remind us.
I considered it a public service.
And see, that is so charming of you. That is just absolutely adorable of you, Zachary. I am, as always, just pleased to hear about your public service homicides.
Oh, more homicides?
Oh, heavens, yes. Apparently, they just love homicide, and 2 of them stayed with the Giovanni, so I'm not really sure how that's going to turn out.
I like to consider that as self-defense of another person, which is legal.
Legal, except for the part they would probably want to book you until trial, and then you would probably wait in a cell until sunrise and then catch fire, and there would be all sorts of questions asked.
Yes, well, there is that.
I mean, that's why we're
awaiting...
not in trial.
Well, yes, that's if I do stand trial, and if my diplomatic papers do eventually get here, which I will then have diplomatic immunity.
Well, do you have your diplomatic immunity right now?
Not exactly.
Well, then, in that case, I suggest you eat, enjoy yourselves. I've got changes of clothes for you, because, well, there's blood on you. She points at Zach looks kind of... Zach has, like, blood splatter on him from all the gunshots and the mayhem the night before.
Well, at least it's not cocaine.
Oh. So do tell about... So Zach and cocaine, what happened there?
Oh, well, he threw us both into a room and we got covered in it.
Wow. I had no idea that you time warped to the 80s, but sure. Rooms full of cocaine. Throwing each other around.
There was fire.
Living dangerously.
Don't we just...
I'm just gonna eat.
He doesn't explain
Alright,
further.
So you're gonna eat?
Yep.
Yeah,
Alright.
same.
And he was more
Zachary.
focused on eating anyways.
I understand. Alright, so Creed. Gonna roll that self-control for you.
Okay.
Alright, yeah, you're cool. You're like, whatever.
Cool.
You drink up. Everything's good. Alright, how much blood does Zach have in his body?
How much do I get?
You get 4 points.
Alright.
14.
Actually, I think you're full.
Okay.
Hang on, what is your generation?
Oh, I haven't marked one off for today. That's right. No.
Oh, wait. Oh, you're 11th, so yeah, you can hold that much. It's just, you're full.
Okay.
I mean, I guess you could take 1 and be like, delicious.
I'll do that. I'll take that.
It's like a tiny teacup.
That's right.
I drink tea out of mugs because
They're bigger?
British people. Yes. It holds more tea. You always want that.
Alright, Erica kind of loses it, and unfortunately there is now a pile of dead human on the floor. She's like, I'm sorry, it was just really good.
Oh, you gotta learn, child.
Hannah comes over, nudges the gentleman with her Balenciaga pump, and goes, well, someone's a messy eater.
Well,
She's new.
I am going to change while this mess is seen to.
Hannah calls downstairs. Timothy, darling, would you bring me the carving knife? And he comes skipping up. He's got the electric carving knife like you use on a turkey. Passes it over to Hannah. She's like, so she starts schooling Erica on the finer points of dismembering bodies. Timothy begins playing on the computer.
I love how nonchalant that kid is.
All right, so Caroline, what is your first action now that you're free of the Giovanni?
Wait, I need blood.
Oh, yes, you need blood. I'm sorry. Well, that is the cutest, most polite way of saying that.
Very much so.
All right, please, Christoph, what is your self-control and how much blood do you have?
Just imagining Christoph is Canadian. I don't know why.
Yeah, I think of Christoph as Canadian too.
Well, I am really close to Canada. That may be why.
Alright, so Christoph has 9. So you could comfortably tank up with 3, and you actually have 5 dice for your self-control rolls.
Ooh. I also have efficient digestion, which like every 2 points of blood gives me 1 extra.
Oh, so you just take 2 points, and you're full. Creed, you kind of want to look at Erica and go, "Can't you be like Christoph?"
That is basically what he's doing, just staring at her, just like, learn from the master of niceness.
Wait, like for 10th generation, how many points is it again?
I think I'm just gonna house rule it and say you can hold 15.
Really?
I mean, I've been holding back.
I could have sworn it was like maybe 13.
It might be 13, but you're 10th generation. So I'm just cutting it in half and calling it a day.
Okay. So I guess 15.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm good.
Hannah's like, well, we fed everybody, we've clothed everybody. Gosh, who else was among your party? Because I just met these 3 headbangers. She points over to Zach, Creed, and Erica.
I've never heard them called that before.
Yeah, you're the headbanger, thank you very much.
Are you talking about metal music?
Bang some heads. Yeah. Guilty as charged. So anyway, I was under the impression there were more in your merry little band.
There was. A few.
Oh, wait, the 2 you left with Giovanni. I don't know if they're alive. Full disclosure.
Oh, one of them is trapped in a mirror.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a new one.
Yes, apparently I was unaware of this until recently, which is why we're here.
Ah.
Creed walks back some and calls Caroline.
Okay.
Just making sure she's alive.
A part of me wants to mess with you guys and not answer the phone, but
I swear to God. You want to have a heart attack.
That's how you start a war.
You're in such a laughy mood today.
Okay, so are you gonna call her?
Yeah, I'm calling her.
Okay, so she'll answer the phone. Normal voice. Hello.
Okay, you're alive. Awesome.
Who is this?
I swear.
I pictured him immediately hanging up after saying that. Oh, good, you're live, Blake.
I almost had him hang up, not gonna lie.
All right.
So Caroline will be like, "Yeah, we're alive. Why would we not be alive?"
I'm not going to even answer that. Just get your butts to the address I text you. And then he hangs up rudely, by the way.
Like right before he hangs up, Kristoff's like, "Hello," and he got like cut off halfway.
Just hear hell.
Yeah,
Hell.
but then he asked for the address so he could text it to her.
Do we even have a car that we can get over there, or are we going to be driving to Giovanni?
No, well, fortunately, there are a number of abandoned vehicles with the keys in them at the back of the Giovanni lot. They told you to take one.
That
Okay.
sounds suspicious.
So
Whatever.
You notice there's a lot of hiking gear in the back of some of them, and looks like visitors to the state park nearby that won't be going home.
Oh no! I've been hiking before. That would suck.
The hills have eyes, sir.
I was so afraid of like going back to the car and it not being there.
Oh no! These people, the Giovanni, have killed, and they've just parked their cars in back.
Oh well, I wouldn't have to worry about that then.
That's right.
So I guess we will look for like the newest car.
Yeah, you find it. You find a 2014 Subaru.
Okay. Is there anything in the car?
Looks to be a couple hunting rifles, and
How do you know her soft spot for guns? I was just going to take all the shit and throw it out of the car, but now that there's guns in there, we are not going to throw them out of the car. So I guess she'll put the guns in the trunk.
okay.
And then ask Fester, does he know how to drive?
Yeah, don't you remember? I got my pickup, and I've had that trusty thing forever. So
I'm sorry, there's been so much shit going on. What does Fester look like? Is he in his normal form?
Right now he's in his normal form until Freya says he is using Mask of 1,000 Faces, which might want to do that before going in the local stores.
That's kind of what I was insinuating to would be like, honey, can you fix that for us real quick?
Would you mind fixing your face?
Yeah.
I don't want to be rude, but can you fix it?
Though Fester could do one of my favorite Nosferatu tricks, which is just vanish from everybody while driving, so it looks like no one's driving.
Yeah, that's not going to happen with her in the car.
I mean, she can hide.
That would be fun doing down the interstate.
That's true. I mean, I can drive. I guess you can just drive, or I can drive, and you can just sit in the front seat invisible.
No, that's fine. No, I can use I can fix my face. Don't worry.
Okay.
All right.
Quick question: are there any like towels or perhaps a sheet that would be in this car?
There are bedrolls, there are sheets, there are some towels.
Okay, so she'll take like a bed sheet or whatever and kind of like wrap the box up in it.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't look like just a weird box sitting in the car.
Probably a good idea. All right. So you've wrapped up the weird box the Giovanni have given you.
Well, was there any backpacks in the car?
Yeah, too.
Do you want to stuff it in the backpack instead so we can carry it around easier?
How big is the box?
Probably a 1.5 feet long, and 1 foot wide. So.
Okay.
It's not too
Yeah,
big.
Would it fit in one of the backpacks?
Sure. If you
Okay.
take out all the canteens and stuff.
Yeah, she's just gonna open the backpack and dump that shit out right behind the place. Where whatever's in there is just going straight on the ground next to the car.
Aw, such a waste of stuff.
We don't need it.
Be happy.
Yeah, a bunch of what have surely become stale by now. Peanut butter crackers and other stuff falls out.
Yeah, so she'll stuff the box into the backpack and just put it in the back seat.
All right, so now y'all are headed out toward Club 1, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so about a 30-minute drive later, you arrive there. And by now, there are humans here dancing and doing their thing, but the bouncer has been told to expect your arrival, and you're brought up the back way to the office. Hannah is sitting and showing Christoph her collection of Byzantine sculptures.
Oh.
And of course, you've got two tornado doors going, ooh, over these sculptures. Erica's looking a bit bored.
Trust me, Creed is too. Sorry, I'm scatterbrained.
That's all right. Okay.
So, how was your evening in the Hell House?
Quite eventful, actually.
Ooh, tell me I'm bored.
Well, I got to see a zombie for the first time, so that was pretty interesting.
Do they smell bad?
Probably. I mean, we probably reek like them still.
Actually, the zombies, what was really weird to your memory, the zombies didn't stink of rot. They smelled like dried flowers.
Oh, well then I will relay that. Like, no. They actually smell like roses.
Huh.
Which sounds like sarcasm.
The best way to describe the smell is a bit like dried roses mixed with sage and
potpourri.
Kind of like potpourri, but there was a little bit of wormwood in there, if you know what that smells like.
I think
And
so.
frankincense and myrrh.
Those I don't know. What's funny about myrrh?
I don't know. It's just the word myrrh. It just makes me laugh.
I don't even know what myrrh is.
It's a resin. It's a tree sap resin.
Oh.
And it's very expensive.
Mm.
So, saw a zombie, talked to some ghosts.
Yeah, she just saw some ghosts and blew everything up in the damn trailer.
Yeah.
In the TV.
Sorry you didn't get to watch your ESPN.
I really wanted to watch that race.
You spoke to ghosts?
Yeah.
Oh, there was an explosion. I was sent to prevent
Spoke to
those.
ghosts. Huh?
I was sent to prevent explosions. I've already failed.
What was there an explosion?
Wait, didn't she say there was an explosion?
No, she was actually working to prevent explosions as well.
Oh, okay. I thought
Instead,
they
there was
exploded a TV or something.
Yeah,
Oh wait, yes. Well, there was a TV exploded by ghosts, according to Caroline.
Yeah.
but it wasn't
So
like
ghosts are a bit outside your range of abilities, Christoph.
He can see ghosts. He can't prevent them from exploding things.
Very well. Did you get the help we needed to bring Adriana back?
I did. We actually have everything we need, and she'll kind of like show the backpack that she's carrying. but not open it up because she doesn't know Hannah.
It's a very nice North Face backpack.
Caroline kind of models it a little bit.
Very
Okay,
Caroline like backpack, you know.
Two things. Firstly, that backpack, the logo, that wouldn't suit your style. Second, this seems too easy in getting this box to get Adriana back. This went too smoothly. I don't like things that go smoothly.
And actually, at that moment, Hannah looks away from the sculpture and says, "Smoothly? Smoothly? Seriously, you spark a gang war in my city? And you're telling me this went smoothly? I would hate to see what happens when things don't go smoothly. What do you
There's
do?
explosions.
Jesus Christ, I
That's
was...
infinite.
Usually demons.
Yeah,
Oh my
demons and
God.
explosions. You should have seen me when I was like grabbing this like person's leg, pulled him, and then there's an explosion of fire. And he has like a really like happy looking smile.
Hannah actually drops onto a black velvet divan she's got in her office and puts the back of her wrist to her forehead. And goes, I am not well for this.
You will never survive a day of hanging out with us.
That's very melodramatic, but as I say, it was a public service. I cleaned up a rat. You can thank me as pest control if you wish.
I've always wanted to see someone do that in real life.
Who? I don't remember off the top. Who's the one that called the Giovanni in for the favor?
Deacon.
Deacon did? Okay. All right.
Yes.
So I'll look at Zach and be like, well, I mean, Deacon set everything up. We didn't stray from any kind of plans. We colored inside the lines on this one. So it was pretty easy there.
Was it Deacon or was it Violet?
It was Deacon. Violet had to use Deacon's connection to the Giovanni because the
That's
Tremere
right.
and the Giovanni will kill each other on sight otherwise.
That's right. Okay. Thank you.
I'm still extremely surprised that you walked away without a single scar from the Giovanni. This just doesn't feel right.
So, any other news you could tell us before we continue with our whatever we're doing? Really,
You're trying to get
I
Adriana
know.
back.
I'm talking about the fact that we have a box and we don't know what to do with it.
Well, we need to get back to Atlanta. Like, Caroline looks at everybody and says, look, we need to get back.
Christoph, you have an interesting moment.
Ooh.
You see, in Hannah's collection, you happen to see a carving that looks a lot like Kara, the gangrel.
Huh.
Like, uncannily. Well, I mean, of course, the carving is, of course, better bathed and has its hair brushed and seems to lack twigs in its hair, but...
But is it with or without a tail?
Without a tail.
Ooh, I know this one.
Oh?
You know what?
Well, that's not Byzantine. It's much older. It's a Sumerian piece that I picked up for a friend.
Oh, I mean, I know the person.
How do you know the person?
I imagine that the person that this is modeled under is a vampire at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm just saying, if we're done eating and everything, I'm gonna put everything away.
Okay, so you know. Okay, well this is a carving of Ereshkigal, which is
tilts his head.
She was supposed to be a goddess of the goddess of Kur, the land of the dead in Sumerian mythology.
Huh, that would explain a few things.
I am definitely not well for this. You're all very weird.
I haven't said a thing lately.
So how big is this piece?
It's actually only 2 or 3 feet tall. It's relatively small.
Remind me to ask her if she's a god of the dead.
Yeah, Caroline will look at Hannah like, do you mind if I take a picture of this?
Absolutely.
And Caroline will snap a picture with her phone.
Did that mean she absolutely minded, or if that was
No,
absolutely?
she motioned as she said absolutely, like, be my guest.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And then she'll look at her and she'll be like, is it for sale?
It is the Queen of Night Relief. Oh gosh, its value would be several millions of dollars.
Caroline's just looking at it and okay. How do I say this without money's not an option, honey? Do you have any other kind of rare collectibles?
Well, I've got the Queen of Night Relief, and there's my Byzantine sculptures. I'm not parting with any of them. I also have. This is an old one. It's not as old as this Queen of Night Relief, obviously, but it's let's see, Portrait of a Young Boy by Caravaggio. Are you interested?
Is that
Who's
cursed
that?
thing?
No.
Okay, I was about to say there's like a conspiracy theory about certain paintings that are cursed.
No. The Portrait of a Young Man or a Young Man is just missing. It's been missing since World War II.
Oh, okay. I think I was thinking of the Portrait of the Crying Boy.
Yes, actually, I'm quite interested.
Oh.
So Caroline will pull out a business card and hand it to Hannah.
Fantabulous.
And let her know that her people will be reaching out to her to finalize all sales and shipments.
Very good. I will make sure that you get everything that you need.
Okay.
All right. So, yes.
Zach was just going to say. So, if we've done here, shall we head back to the Trivia Chantry?
Yes, that sounds like a capital idea. Why don't you all head back to the Tremere Chantry?
Like, Caroline immediately just starts busting up laughing.
Come along, everyone. Come along.
She can't handle one little gang war. Man.
I like things to be quiet. I'm an art dealer. I deal in art. I don't deal in whatever this is.
We are rather strange.
I don't know what it is either.
Organized chaos.
There you go.
The only problem I have with that is the chaos part.
So
Well, she likes half of us.
Christoph, you come back anytime. Everyone else, call me.
Fuck off.
Oh.
Well, she only likes 1/6.
Okay. So, are we good to go back to the private airport?
Yes, we are. Let us go. I still, this just doesn't feel right. It's too well executed. It's.
Well, we
Yeah,
do
it's
need a
not.
break from the last disaster.
But us having a break?
It happens.
All right, so you all head back to the to the airport. Next thing you know, you're on Caroline's Learjet. Everything is going amazingly well.
I'm just waiting for it. I know it's coming. I'm waiting.
Just like from the way you said that, it feels so foreboding.
All right. You arrive back in Atlanta. Deacon
worry,
has a
Track,
car
you
for
didn't
you
die.
guys.
That was a lovely ride.
It's just a couple hours till dawn. Everything's great. You guys get to the Elysium.
Are we going to the Chantry or are we going to Elysium?
Well, Deacon has cleaned up the place, and you know the feel of the city is very different now. It doesn't feel quite so fraught. But do you want to go to the Chantry or Elysium? You let me know.
I think we should go to the Chantry.
Yes, let's get Adriana back.
A little bit
first.
more private eyes there versus going to Elysium.
Okay, all right. So you guys go to the Tremere Chantry, and yeah, Violet's there. She's like, "Welcome back. You're all alive, or as alive as we are." And she looks at everybody. Okay, none of you have been enslaved or possessed. That's good.
Zaki's taking a seat, and he's got an instant cup of tea because he doesn't like drinking all the coffee, because British people, and he's just scraping the spoon, stirring it very heavily at the teacup. Everything is going too well.
I've never seen you so stressed.
Seriously, honey, the glass is half full right now. Like,
Oh, I'd say the teacup is pretty full.
Violet's like, as charming as your banter is, may I see the box?
sure. Caroline will put the bag down on the table and pull the box out.
She opens it up. Oh, wow. Acrecio did give detailed instructions.
He did. That's what he said. It was very precise.
Son of a bitch. You can't do this here.
Will it explode?
No, you have to do it at a specific place.
Where's the specific place?
Rourke! She then reads off coordinates. And Rourke is like, okay, yes, ma'am. Yes, Miss Violet. Oh, okay. Yes, apparently the closest... Hang on, I'm going to check this again. This can't be right.
I swear to God, we have to go on the plane again.
Yeah?
Ah!
Is it
At this
far?
point,
Good news? Well, it's not as far as it could be. Goodness. I don't know how to say this, but it's,
Zaki's currently got his cup to his lips with raised eyebrows.
the closest airport I can find to it is Mexico City.
Oh, what a shame. We have to go on an adventure. Let's go, people.
We're going to Mexico.
Actually, Violet's like, you don't understand. Mexico is the main bastion of the Sabbat in North America.
Okay, so
I am
can
ready to
we just can we just be a makeshift pretend Sabbat pack?
No. Sabbat packs there are rituals you go through, and
I've seen the ritual. Like,
you know what? Who here wants a crash course in sort of weird backward Catholicism?
Now you see, I don't know what that means.
Christoph
But I
is
don't wanna learn
slowly and unsurely raising his hand.
Creed takes his hand and pulls it down.
One of you has to be the pack priest. If you can pull that off and just say, I think I can get you. Oh my god. I think I can get you some stuff. You can't fly directly into Mexico City. You'd have to arrive. I'd have to find a coyote to get you across the border.
Coyote, like the animal.
No, like the people that run people across the borders.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know.
Sorry, I'm not a human trafficker, so I'm not familiar with these terms.
True.
It's all right. Sometimes you have to order food out.
Would it, let me ask you this, because I don't know with the Mask of a Thousand Faces and everything. Does work on like other vampires? So like if I do end up going down there with the Sabbat or Fester, like they would be able to see whatever face it is that I'm presenting, right?
Provided they don't have more aspects than you have obfuscate. Yes. Of course, Violet also explains the biggest problem here is that there's a circle of cardinals in Mexico City, and cardinals are the oldest and weirdest members of the Sabbat.
Mm.
A very pretty bird, though.
Cardinals more like the Catholic Church,
Yeah.
less like the bird.
Ah.
Hmm.
Well, I guess we go and see.
Who amongst us has like the lowest humanity?
Definitely not me.
I don't know.
My humanity is nearly full.
It's higher than Christoph's, too, which is kind of funny.
I have 4.
Wow, this is gonna be the worst Sabbat pack ever.
But I have really high performance.
Well, I mean, because like I have a humanity of like 5 or something like that. I think it's 5.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm fine with posing as the pack priestess or whatever. That way, I mean, I can manipulate and be kind of, charismatic. We can try to make this work. I mean, the worst that's going to happen is we're going to die. Adriana stays in his graveyard forever.
Okay, well.
Erica's
we
like,
gotta
I
think,
have
who
a problem
has
with
the
the all die part.
Yeah, okay, but we gotta think about who has the most charisma and manipulation, because mine are pretty high.
I mean, I have 4 in manipulation and 3 in charisma. My merits, I have the friendly face and the enchanting voice, so I get a little bit extra gimme when I'm talking to people. But I mean, it's up to you. If you wanna try to manipulate people, by all means.
The reason why I say that is because I have 1 more in each charisma and manipulation than you do, but I'm not 100% sure.
How's your like subterfuge and leadership and intimidation and all that shit?
I'm looking now.
Actually, I could stand to put more in performance.
Of course you want to put more in performance.
Well,
subterfuge is 3.
It can be helpful.
Which is pretty good.
Okay, so you're a good liar. All right, well you can be the pack priestess then.
Yeah, I'm really good at lying, apparently.
Yeah, he's been like ridiculous at it so far.
When you need to convince somebody of something completely preposterous, ask Creed to do it.
I will do it.
So I have a question.
Yes.
I have 3 in allies.
Mm-hmm.
Would Hector be able to reach out to any contacts, any allies that he may have to help us in this situation?
Fester has one particular ally, and you could contact him. He's on fair terms with Fester. I mean, he doesn't like you, but he doesn't want to kill you either. He's a captain of a boat that sails out of Mobile, Alabama, and he's a Rokia. He's a were-shark.
Well, that's fucking cool. Did we just find our coyote?
Well, you got to decide. Do you want to fly in? Do you want to drive in the back of a van? Or do you want to take a boat? You got options.
How about we just package ourselves there?
I'm thinking it might be worth it for me to reach out to him.
Okay.
Well, I guess that's one of the questions that I could ask would be how long it would take by boat to get down there. I don't know.
Okay,
What do y'all think?
We also have to think about the fact that John's coming up, and if we're going to go right away, there needs to be like a place where there's like no light whatsoever.
Well, hopefully you'll sleep the night in your havens here, and then the next evening wake up and begin your plans to make your trek.
I was wondering if I could like spend some experience. I was planning on doing it last time, but I didn't get the chance.
That's exactly why I'm having everybody rest.
Oh, sweet.
Okay.
If you have any experience, spend that sucker.
Yay! I have exactly enough for more performance.
Do I have enough for more charisma? That's the only thing that's not maxing the things that we need right now.
I have 0 experience points left because I put mine in disciplines last time.
And new boys, no.
Although I should build up leadership, actually, thinking about it.
Yeah.
Wait, what does leadership do?
It lets you be a better leader of people. I mean, like, give commands and it gives bonuses to people. Like, you could use it, just talking about from a combat or even a social kind of point of view, you could use it to inspire your team and help them get bonus dice to various actions they may undertake. So, like, let's say you would use leadership to maybe psych Creed up to pretend to be like a badass Sabbat priest, and he would get, like, depending on your successes, a number between 1 and 4 bonus dice. In other words, it lets you create advantages for people.
Oh, okay.
You could also use it as an attack roll if you have like soldiers under your command or things like that.
Yeah, and then dominate if you want to make people do things that you want them to do.
There's also presence, which helps with that, but differently.
Yes. Presence is emotional manipulation. Dominate is just take over the driver.
How, this is Zach, this is in character. How many people will it take to get Adriana back if we use this device?
Well, just one person to cast it. However, it must be done at the ruins of Tenochtitlan, and on the westernmost Shakmul figure, which you will find, it's a sacrificial figure there, and you have to enact a blood sacrifice.
Right.
So we need to bring somebody with us to kill?
Yeah.
Or pick them up along the way.
Actually, I have an idea.
Wait. Who said that?
Wasn't that Fester?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have an idea. It's to ask Erica, who's someone that she hates with a passion, that we can just act like we're picking up for an adventure.
Erica kind of looks at you, Creed, and goes, I hate to say this, but I really don't want anybody dead that much. I already feel pretty bad about killing that guy earlier this evening.
All right.
I mean, the fact that vampires
kill?
exist kind of made me not so angry at people that made fun of me in high school. I'm sorry.
There's always another way.
Why don't we just go with Fester's idea and just pick up some random person?
Or I could get
I
in
mean, yeah,
contact.
one less thing we have to worry about to get over the border.
You can do what, Zach?
I could get in contact with my detective friend and see if there's any criminals that are on death row that could have use their assistance.
The paperwork of getting a criminal out of prison in the United States and then bringing them over the border into Mexico would literally take months.
Yeah.
Then we just find an American cartel criminal boss and kill him.
That's a plan.
Or we can just find some inconspicuous person. You're talking about things not going smooth. You want to take cartel leaders out.
Ooh-wee.
I vote for Fester's idea of just finding some old Randall, and we'll take him. I'll make him go to sleep, and then we'll stabby if we have to.
Okay.
But I want Kristoff to do the stabby.
No! Sorry, I tried to say no, but my voice like cracked like crazy.
Caroline, what exactly did the ghosts say to you when you spoke to them?
They told me to free them.
But you didn't, did you?
Fuck no, that's why I'm here. I'm not stupid. So I think the best route for us would be to either fly to the border, sneak over, and go about it that way, because I feel like a boat is going to take too long. And we need to get our friend back as soon as possible.
That is true. Shall we go to...
Only she knows what Mary's doing to her forsaken place.
Shall we go to Deacon's now and discuss the actual transportation after that?
Kristoff just looks excited hearing Deacon's name, despite him just coming from there.
I mean, sure, if you want to.
Very well, I think... Since Deacon... Wait, is Deacon actually waiting for us?
Oh, no, he's just there to help.
Perhaps we can ask Deacon for some advice, since this whole situation seems to be calmed down. Seems to have calmed in the city.
He does have good advice.
Actually, Violet does say, I honestly don't know how he did it. It's like he knows where everybody's bodies are buried.
I'm sure then his advice welcomed.
Alright, so
Go there.
we're moving over to Elysium. And Deacon is seated behind a big, very tasteful rosewood desk. He's like, "Good evening, and how may I help you?"
There wasn't any explosions.
And I'm so glad of that.
Yes. Right, we need help in getting to the Sabot territory in New Mexico, in Mexico, in order to release our friend from the Shadow Realm.
Oh. Well, that is
That's the plain truth.
I would imagine Kristoff would have told him about that.
Well, but you guys just arrived here, so
Right.
it's like, oh my. Well, that's actually, Kristoff. You see this so seldom. Deacon looks like he doesn't have an answer for that right away. He's like, oh, Mexico, you say?
Correct.
You okay?
Well, just say I'm not the oldest kindred that I know, and unfortunately, a number of them are down there.
Yes, but we are trying to release our friend. And the only way is through this item in the box.
All right, then. I may have a solution. You fly into Panama.
Interesting.
The Sabbat are always watching the northern border for Camarilla kindred coming from USA. They don't watch the southern border.
Okay.
That's a brilliant tactic.
Caroline, you have large amounts of disposable cash.
Yes. I do.
You'll have to pay some bribes. Most of Panama rests in independent hands. One of the elders down there is a Ravnos, so they usually take bribes pretty well.
Are we talking bribes in the monetary kind, or
monetary? Yes, they take monetary better than anything.
Okay, that's good.
That's easy. I'm one hell of a briber.
And you just stumble across money all the time.
Yeah, exactly. I stumble across money. I can do it.
Well, one very important thing. As I recall, her name is Carolina. Carolina does not.
Yeah, one second.
Okay. Anyway, he says Carolina is not someone to be lied to. She could even tell when I was lying.
Okay. And this Carolina, what does she do exactly?
Well, she basically controls most of the cartels down there.
Okay, that's okay. Yeah, that's fine.
That's just fine.
Yes.
I thought you said that's foreign.
No, I said that's fine.
I was about to say, you are correct in that.
Guys going to foreign countries, disabling cartels. Oh, what are we going to do with those people?
All right, so Deacon has helped you come up with a strategy. He said after you get into Mexico from Panama, basically all you'll need to do is secure a vehicle, drive. Um,
How
It'll be a-
far?
it'll be a 2-day drive, so you're going to have to secure some sort of shelter on the way. Unfortunately, I don't have any friendly places in Mexico.
Right.
Now, as a black man, I can't find one. Oh wait, actually, since Creed knows a lot of people, would there be a chance where he could call someone who maybe has lived in Mexico, who he might be able to, talk to have at least a safe place to stay?
Tell you what, Creed, roll. Charisma plus streetwise.
Streetwise, got it.
Difficulty is going to be 8, and you're down 2 dice because it is a different country.
I'm down 2 dice. Okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say, wasn't that
someone
nerd?
who was? Now, say someone who lives in the U.S. who may have lived in Mexico.
Yes, but someone who also still has some connections or ideas of safe place to stay for vampires. It's a very specific sort of thing you're looking
All
for.
have
That's
vitamin
Okay,
D
So
I have a
negative
question.
2 in
Maybe
diploma
this
then?
can help out. Are there any of Caroline's business partners or maybe actual businesses that are in Mexico?
What you need to roll for that would be intelligence plus finance. We'll let Creed try his, and then you do yours.
Okay, can you? I don't have a laptop. I'm not computer savvy today, so.
No worries, I got you. So let me see.
It's better than a negative.
I haven't even looked at that result yet. So.
I got you.
Right. Okay, intelligence plus. All right, you can succeed, Creed, but you can succeed at a cost, or you can just fail. The choice is yours.
Ooh.
I'll fail it.
Okay. All right. So intelligence plus finance. All right.
Only because you have another chance.
Hang on, I'm having to find finance. There we go.
I think it's only 6 dice.
Yep. And difficulty is 8 once again.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
All right. So okay. You did manage to find an old defunct radio tower that your company owns at the halfway point.
Bam! We in the money, y'all.
What are we going to do for passports and whatnot?
What are we gonna do for what?
Passports.
Fake passports, identification.
I don't think we need a passport, do we?
I mean,
are we gonna
have to go to Panama?
Let's say, are we gonna cross? Like, are we flying in there, or?
You're flying into Panama, and then you got to cross the border into Mexico. Good news is that border is not real well defended.
Yeah,
I mean, there ain't no wall like ours, right? No.
No.
I mean, I don't think a lot of Brazilians just kind of like go to Mexico.
Well, Brazil's really far away. This is Panama.
Yeah, Panama's like just south of Mexico.
Oh, okay.
Like literally the next country below Mexico is Panama. Well, we can. Isn't the Ravenos chick down that way or whatever?
She is in Panama, yes.
She is in Panama. Okay, so we're in the money. All we got to do is just call her and just let's be real. You know, let's be 100% honest with her. Let her know our intentions, and let's see if we can work out a deal. We have a place that we can get halfway, that we can stay for a night, and then continue on to our final destination to get there. Well, we just give her a holler, and see what we can do. See if we can fly in there and see if she can have some, transportation that's,
All right, so
decent.
fancy computer skills would definitely be useful in contacting Senora Velez.
I have computer skills.
I too have computer skills.
I have like a single dot in it, I think.
I have computer skills. 2 dots.
2 dots. Yeah, I have 2 dots.
Also
Alright.
too.
So
I think I have 4 dots on computers.
each of you
3 or 4.
contributes +1 to the dice pool,
Yeah.
and Caroline will be making the main roll. So,
And I'm going to spend a point of willpower just to make sure that we get contact with this person.
okay, awesome. All right, you get her number. You have her number now. Okay, so once you have done that, you guys find your okay. Yeah, who's calling her?
So, okay, that's what I was, because what's her name? Like Carolina Carolita?
Carolina Velez.
Carolina Velez versus talking to Caroline. So maybe we can have a little fun conversation with the nameplay, but I mean, I don't really care who talks to her. Just let's be real. I think Zach should call her.
Actually, smart.
Why Zach?
Because he's the smart one.
Yeah.
Hey, I have a lot of intelligence. And
Like,
also etiquette.
Do you?
Yes, I have like 4 intelligence.
All right, well, you and Zach should Rochambeau to see who calls.
I do think Kristoff's charming personality might win her over. I think Kristoff should call her.
Okay. First off,
All right. Kristoff, just stick to the main story. No mechanical spiders, no demons, no ghosts.
Caroline, I think that if anyone is going to tell the truth in a very charming manner, it's going to be Kristoff.
That's
Oh,
so
I
fair.
agree 100%. I just say let's funnel the truth a little bit, so it's not such a big picture. Let's just give them a snapshot.
Oh, okay.
Oh god.
I'm just nervous about the phone call from outer space. That's all I'm saying.
Are we doing this in Deacon's office?
Deacon's actually sitting there, just kind of with his head resting on one hand, going, "It's all on you guys."
Are we boring you?
Oh no, I'm deeply entertained. In fact.
Is there like a chair next to him? Is he sitting, standing?
He's sitting on a couch.
I'm gonna go sit next to him.
So, really quick, what
Yes.
exactly am I asking? This is out of character.
Oh, okay, out of character. We need to get safe, passage to there. Like her allowing us there. And then we need transportation set up.
Okay.
And then let her know, just if she asks why we're coming, just be real.
Okay, I got you.
And just say, hey, XYZ.
Safe passage, transportation, yeah, reasons, got it.
Right. And then what's it gonna cost? What does she need?
Okay. So of course he gets the phone and calls.
All right. Hello. You get. A woman answers the phone.
Oh, hello.
Who is this?
My name is Kristoff Evander. A pleasure to meet you.
Well, Christoph Evander, do you have any idea whose phone you have called?
Oh, yes, I do.
So, tell me a little more about you, Christoph Evander.
Oh, well, I'm a Toreador.
Ah. Peppy, light voice. You wouldn't happen to know someone named Deacon, would you?
Oh, he's my sire, yes.
Yes, he is very true to form over the years. So anyway, child of Deacon, what do you want?
You see, our friend is trapped in a mirror.
A mirror.
There was a lot of red bleeding walls, and Bloody Mary came out. There's this big heart, and my hair got fried.
Mm-hmm. Go on.
Well, Bloody Mary, she has like black eyes, and they're really creepy.
Oh. So please continue.
So our friend trapped her in a mirror and also trapped herself. So we need to get to Panama in order to get to Mexico to use a box and get her back.
Use a box.
Use a box in Mexico to get your friend back from a mirror
Yes.
from whom she's been kidnapped by Bloody Mary, correct?
Yes.
And there was a big heart and your hair got fried?
Yes.
Am I
That's
following?
important.
Wait, what was the last thing she said?
Am I following correctly? Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Earlier, I was thinking about having you killed because I didn't know if you were Federale or anything else. Then suddenly you start just talking about Toreadors, and now... You know what? I will grant you safe passage, Christoph Evander.
Oh, yay. Thank you so much.
Mostly because this is the most entertaining phone call I have gotten all week.
Was it the hair frying?
Let's just say it was the gestalt of the entire tale.
Oh, thank you.
All right then. When shall I expect you?
Wait, when are we going?
Do you say that? Do you say that to all of us? Like,
Yeah, it says that out loud to everybody. He's talking out loud, but
well, no, I know, but I wasn't sure if it was like inner monologue for Christoph, like,
oh,
when are we going, or like if he turned and looked at everybody.
no,
and
he
was
turned and
like-
looked at everybody and said it.
Okay.
How
Oh,
many-
you are bringing friends, Christoph Evander. Is this correct?
Oh yes, I did say we. Did I say we?
I believe so, but it's so hard to tell. What with the hearts and the hair frying. You will forgive me if I was taken aback by some of the details of your story.
Oh, sorry.
So, how many friends will you be bringing?
Oh, let's see. 1, 2. How many of us are there?
Zach, Caroline, Erica, Creed,
Fester.
Fester. That's it. There's
5?
6 in total.
6. Okay.
And so, are they all kindred, or are some of them mortal?
Oh, yes, Alkin.
Oh, very good, very good. All right.
Tell her that we need a sacrifice, Christoph.
Oh, well, my friend says we need a
I
sacrifice.
have very sharp ears. I heard your friend speaking.
He has a lovely accent, doesn't he?
Before you had my attention, now you have my interest. You need a sacrifice. What kind of sacrifice?
A person and blood. In the person, probably.
Persons tend to contain blood, yes.
And it probably
Alright.
has something to do with the box.
A box? Yes, you mentioned the box, yes. I recall the box.
Zach wants to take the phone away, but Zach doesn't want to take the phone away.
Grace on the floor dying, by the way.
So, you need to come to Panama. I need to help you get across the border into the very heavily Sabat-infested Mexico.
Yes.
And somehow secure you a human sacrifice.
Yes. Please.
We might not need the sacrifice.
You can get a random one.
I mean, we can pick up a random person, apparently.
It won't be.
So we
It
are
won't
going
be.
to pick up a random person and sacrifice them with your box
Yes, with our
in
box.
Mexico.
Would it be
Yes.
okay if we picked up a federale?
No, I don't like dead cops. Dead cops tend to lead to questions.
True.
So is this... You're getting your friend back. Is this going to help your hair?
I would hope it wouldn't get shocked again.
Ah.
I don't think Bloody Mary shocks things, so I think my hair will be fine.
Very good. Very good. You know what? I can do this for you, but I will require a favor in return.
Oh,
What type of favor?
What kind of jet are you coming in on? It's a Learjet.
Yeah. Like, I mean, what do you want the? You want everything? I can give you the plane registration if you need it. You know.
Yes, the plane registration. Give me everything. And, oh yes. You're not bringing much baggage, are you? Just the box, right?
I do have a sketch
box
pad.
and some firearms, maybe.
Uh,
and I also
The
have
hardware
a few
I'm fine with.
combs and a
I'm sorry?
laptop.
the firearms I am fine with. All right. Very good.
Green salt too.
You're bringing salt?
Yes, salt.
Oh, yes, because demons.
Ghosts.
For the demons that come from the box or whatever.
Oh, no, Bloody Mary is the demon.
Bloody Mary is the demon, yes. All right, so what I want is... She looks up your plane, Caroline, and...
I'm sorry, it's really ridiculous the way, I mean, like...
Oh, you betcha!
I honestly can't believe they let him.
Just because of the story.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I mean, I can't believe everybody let Kristoff do this, not that she's letting them have it. But I just love how she was repeating things back.
You know? We just said fuck it.
I think that had this
audience.
happened, had this phone call happened on like the first night that Caroline met Kristoff, she probably would have been really mad at him. But after some time with him, she's sitting next to Deacon smiling and trying not to bust up laughing at this point.
Oh, Green's
All
already
right,
laughed.
so what I need you to do is take 750 kilos of cocaine back into Norte America.
Oh, more cocaine.
Creed rubs his hands. Creed rubs his hands, and she's like, "I was trained for this shit."
More
I've been
cocaine.
I've been
Can you
covered
tell
in
me
cocaine.
about your cocaine experience? You've been covered in it. What city are you in again?
Oh, Georgia.
You're in Georgia, Atlanta, perhaps?
Yes, exactly that.
Very
I
good.
don't know
then.
why he said
All
the
right.
state when she said city.
So I have a question about your drop off. Where does it need to be delivered to?
You get it there. You get it back into America. I will make sure that my downline takes care of it.
Okay.
Once again, Creed's ready for
Is
this.
that all that you need? That's your favor?
That's my favor.
Okay. We're also going to need some transportation.
Certainly, I will get you a very nice vehicle of your choice when you're here.
Oh,
in
yeah.
Panama
Thank you very
City.
much.
Very good. I look forward to meeting you.
Oh, me too. Thank you.
Oh boy.
All right. Hey,
And he looks Caroline looks over to Zach and she's like, "Is it still going smooth?"
After he very politely hangs up, I think it's going rather well.
For our random listeners, this episode is titled Christoph and the Box.
Beautiful. It needs to be illustrated as a children's book.
I mean, I can do it.
Can you draw him with like cocaine all over his shoulders?
Like he can't see through his glasses.
Yeah, just little piles and then a bunch of on the glasses and face and clothes.
All right. Now, Creed, I'm gonna need you to roll something for me, okay?
Yes, sir.
I need you to roll intelligence plus finance, so you only get 3 dice.
Oh no. Oh no. Where's finance, where the hell are you?
That was so fun.
Where the hell's finance?
I didn't even have to roll anything.
Finance should be. Yeah, it takes a moment, but it is.
It's under knowledges, I think.
Yeah, it's between computer and investigation on the drop-down list.
Okay. Ah, there you are. What's the difficulty?
Difficulty's gonna be 8.
Ooh, that's worse.
Because
Gotta be kidding me.
it's not a botch. It's not a botch.
But it's still a 0.
It's still 0 successes.
Damn.
All right.
Do we know what that roll was for?
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't. This is scary thought.
Greatest answer ever. No.
All right. So, y'all get everything together. Time passes very well. You guys now, you arrive in Panama City. It's just past sunset as you wake up in the specially built Learjet, and everything's great. And once you land, you're greeted by a bunch of really, really big guys with assault rifles.
Creed just gonna stand there and be like, I feel shorter than normal.
Hello.
Mr. Evander?
Yes.
Yes, come with us. We're going to Ms. Velez's place. She wants to make you welcome.
Oh, thank you.
Oh gosh.
I've just realised what we've done. We've put Christoph in charge.
I know, and it's
This is gonna be great.
it is going to be so great.
All right, so you guys, you guys are brought to a very nice mansion outside of town. Big compound, lots of heavily armed guards.
Ooh.
And Ms. Velez is a woman. She's actually a fairly small, petite woman with long, dark hair, and she is like, which of you is Christoph Evander? I feel I know you so well from our conversation.
He's like waving frantically. Looks really excited.
She takes both your hands, kisses you on both cheeks, and looks around and says, "Welcome all of you to my humble country. I am so happy to see you all."
Oh, thank you so much. He's like kind of bobbing up and down on his heels.
Thank you very much for your hospitality.
Creed just kind of
Yes.
nods.
So, at any rate, you are free to take advantage of the lounge, freshen up, whatever you need, while I secure your vehicle.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What do you have? I have food.
I can have someone delivered for you. Yes, sir. And what is your name, sir? You are a handsome gentleman.
Oh, well, thank you.
You know how to get on her good side. Act like Kristoff.
So what is your name, sir? I believe you have me at a disadvantage.
I'm Creed Kadim. It's nice to meet you.
She takes both your hands, Creed, leans in, kisses one cheek, goes to kiss the other, and whispers in your ear, "How are you enjoying my money?"
Oh, God.
Oh dear.
Creed runs out.
He just takes off.
As you,
Yeah, he
okay,
literally runs.
I need you to roll dexterity plus athletics.
Oh my goodness.
Fuck. Difficulty.
6.
Okay, I was about to like click it too. Oh, thank God.
All right. Creed, you're running, you're jumping over walls, you're being absolutely fabulous. You're jumping, you're leaping, you're doing all this cool stuff. To everyone around him, Creed is running in place and jumping up and down.
Huh.
So, Carolina.
Any popcorn around?
Carolina turns around and says, "Mr. Kadim took $7 million of my money."
Caroline looks at her and says, "Mr. Kadim will get you $10 million back."
Why are you making promises for me?
So you don't die.
I have
I just gotta make my own promises. Shit. But yes,
Creed,
You're running and jumping in place. What are you gonna do?
No, and actually, what Creed's saying is he's dodging, and you punch out one of the guards, and you take his gun, and you take out several more of them, and you're like, you hotwire a car.
I wish.
So you will vow. Actually, it's not the money that is really the problem, Miss Caroline. But Miss Price, could you perhaps you could make a deal for Mr. Kadim? How about I use your corporations to launder my money?
My corporations.
Yes. You were the child of one Bartholomew Graves, correct?
I am. And how is it that you know so much about us?
My sweet Caroline, your friend Christoph called and told me all of your names.
Oh, did I?
No. That didn't happen.
Just a second. Yes, there is fuckery afoot. But this is an Elder Ravnos. So, and they have the power to make people think they've done things.
Okay.
They literally trap people in illusions from time to time.
literally doing that to me right now.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what's happened to you. Yeah, totally. Caroline will look to her and say, "I'm not comfortable with using my corporations. I'm not doing dirty work through my corporations. I've built them from the ground up. But what I will do for you is start a charitable event or like a charitable corporation that you can use to launder your money through, and I will make Mr. Creed here, the founder of said."
You know what? I find this agreeable. Creed, you suddenly find yourself back in the room.
I thought I was in Hawaii, god damn it.
Beautiful! Yes!
I already had that planned out for you. Like, when I was out of that.
She's like, now, Fester, there's something that you know. Are you using Mask of a Thousand Faces, or are you obfuscated? I need to know that.
I'm still using Mask of a Thousand Faces.
Okay, she's like, and I don't know who this kindred is. She points to Fester. Who is this?
Don't use your real name.
Hi, just say don't use my own.
Don't use your real name.
Zach,
You use your real name. Don't lie to this chick.
Zach is just pinching his nose at the bridge of his nose right now at Creed. Just
So I drop my Mask of a Thousand Faces and go back to normal form.
Ah!
And go to stick out, Fester, and go to stick out my hand to shake her hand.
Ah! She stays well back from you.
I love her reactions to things.
Wow, rude.
So I go and go back to the Mask of a Thousand Faces
Yes.
and step back and go back to just watching everything like I was doing.
You know what? Never mind. Mr. Kadim can keep the money. Miss Caroline, you may absolutely be free of any obligation you feel to me. She turns to Fester and bows, like, please give your superiors my regards, and tell them that I remember my promise.
Ooh.
Okay, we'll do. Now, how about that ride that we were gonna get to?
Yes, it's ready. It's ready.
Fester,
She calls
try
down.
using
She's
your real name
speaking
more.
Spanish. Those of you who know Spanish, she's saying, "Get them the hell out of here now."
Use your real name more often.
Zach just feels as if he's just been standing there, his hands behind his back, his back just in one place, watching a film go by.
Wait. Creed's like, wait. What did he promise her?
Who are you talking about?
Who are you talking to, Creed?
Oh, sorry, Caroline. The only person who promised something.
No, I thought it was Fester.
No,
No,
Fester
no,
didn't promise anything.
No, I straight up said, "You don't like so that way." Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it, Creed. You're good. We'll talk about it later. It's not a big deal. Apparently, Fester is royalty in Panama, so.
Okay.
Wow. All right.
Thank you for saving my ass.
Is there
Yes.
is there a mood in the room now? You know what I mean? Like, is there a vibe that we're picking up that like?
The vibe you're picking up is that Carolina wants to be as far away from Fester as she can possibly be.
And is there a vibe like we're about to get like she's gonna fuck us over?
No, No, they're in fact, Carolina is being very deferential to Fester.
Okay. So what kind of ride did you set up for us? Carolina asked.
All right.
Hmm.
Hang on.
And we don't have to bring back the 750 kilos of Panamanian bang
No.
bang.
No, you don't. You don't.
Okay.
I'm glad I won't be covered in it again.
Creed was so ready for that though.
That was probably yours. I'm sorry.
All right, you're given a brand new 2018 Cadillac XT5.
Sweet.
Is it armor proof?
Yes, actually.
Armor proof?
You recognize that it has bullet resistant glass, and the sidewalls have been packed with Kevlar.
Okay, good.
Zach is actually going to ask if the group could have a few armed guards, especially when we need to take rest.
Unfortunately, my men are not welcome in Mexico.
Understandable.
Neither are we, so.
Do you have any context in Mexico that may aid us?
I'm afraid I don't.
Very well.
I look over at her and say, "Are you sure you don't know anybody in Mexico?"
I'm certain. Please tell your superiors. Tell your superiors that I am very sorry. Now,
All right,
Fester, the problem is you have no freaking clue who these superiors she's talking about.
well,
Hey, just use it to your advantage.
I'm just rolling with it.
That's why I'm like, what are you sorry for?
No, let's not keep pestering her.
Kristoff, shut up. We gotta pester her.
If you'll pardon me, I have some things I need to do. And she takes off. She literally uses celerity to escape the room.
Thank you.
That fucking dude.
Perhaps she should be thanking us. Fester, what the fuck was that about, man?
I don't know. But this is a nice ride here. So,
She pissed somebody off that you know that.
I don't know. I've never seen her before in my life.
Why don't you give Deacon a call and ask him, Christoph?
Oh, I can do that.
I have a question. I out of character.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a like red list? You know what I mean? By like the blood hunts that have been called on people.
The Camarilla has a red list. Yes.
Yeah, and is that something that's accessible?
Yes, actually.
You
What
should
is
check
it?
that out.
Oh, do you know who we should have brought? I just realised we should have brought Leonard.
Oh,
Why not bring our werewolf?
Damn it! I forget about Leonard. I feel bad.
How would we go about accessing that list?
There are websites on the deep web that you can get to.
I'm gonna look and see if she's on that list. Is she a wanted woman?
No, she is not.
Okay.
What's been Erica's reaction to this?
I feel like she was panicking.
Erica is just sort of sitting there going like, my head is going to explode.
I feel like she was panicking about the fact that Creed was there running in place. and then they're just like lounging.
And Creed went nuts. And then she saw Fester and she looked scared, and that is not a woman who looks scared very often.
No, I'm interested to find out. Could be very useful in the future.
Well, Kristoff is probably already in the back of the car calling Deacon.
Oh, of course.
Hello, yes. Christoph, how are you?
Oh, we're doing great. We got a car.
Okay.
She was really afraid of Fester.
Now that's peculiar.
Yeah, she ran away extremely fast.
Is this on loudspeaker?
Well, they could
Please
probably
don't.
hear him, but he is in the car.
Well, well, Zach's getting in the car. So he's too.
I know nothing about why she would be afraid of Fester. Fester's relatively young. He doesn't seem to have any connections to anyone I know of.
It wasn't Fester
She said something about
that she was
his
afraid of.
superiors.
She kept apologizing.
A lot.
Oh no, this
You
is
know,
interesting.
she didn't apologize to me, but everyone else, yeah.
I'm just envisioning this happening where it's like each person keeps adding a layer into the conversation. We're all sitting in a car. It was his superiors. They were afraid of him.
Fester, why was she scared of you? Do you have any idea?
I ain't got a clue. I don't know what you're talking about.
He dropped his mask, and then she said, I'm sorry.
and then he tried to shake her hand, and she was like, huh.
All this.
I don't know. I'm used to getting that reaction from people, so it don't even bother me no more.
Did she ever live in Atlanta?
No, heavens no. This is obviously something much older. She was, for a time, as I recall in some of the histories, she was in Africa for a time, so maybe she saw something with the Nosferatu there.
While this is happening, Creed's getting to the driver's seat with like the keys and turning it on and trying to drive, basically.
Caroline looks at Fester and like, you know any African Nosferatus? I mean, I don't mean black. I mean like straight up like from Africa.
Rude.
No.
No, I mean, you know, there's like weird stories. Like the kindred of Africa are very different than like the kindred that you all are. They have their own cultures and religions and clans even. So
Yeah, no. So no, I don't know. I don't know nobody. So I don't know what that was about. I just figured she was afraid of me whenever, it was my regular form. I mean, that's the normal reaction I get. So, whatever.
all right, so you cross the Mexican border with no problems. And you pass about 200-300 miles during the evening. The sun is about to come up, but you come to the radio tower just where Caroline found it online in her holdings.
Okay, then yes, we should take shelter now. Rest.
As you come to a stop, a bunch of humans with rifles point them at you.
Oh.
Does
Yay.
anyone in the group speak Spanish?
I mean, Creed can try.
Is there like a language thing on here?
There's linguistics.
Linguistics is a skill, or I think it's a background you can take.
No.
Okay. So Creed, give me
Don't
your
shoot,
best.
please, oh.
That's what I see him trying. No, he will like try to pick up from like
Yeah.
maybe a job he had when he was
Roll
living, I guess.
intelligence plus academics, which he's got a dot in.
Oh, Okay.
You want to help?
Yeah, I mean, actually, Creed, you can help Zach, since Zach has like intelligence and academics out the wazoo.
I also have
let me
that.
help you.
Is there anything on the building that would signify like ownership?
The name of the company, no trespassing. Not really.
Okay.
Okay, right. So right? Pool mod.
Pool mod is +3.
Ooh.
We all have smartphones. We can just type it up and like hold it.
You need to
Difficulty.
seem, like, you need to
Good
not
luck
seem
with Signal
foreign.
out here.
I mean, it's probably obvious how foreign we are.
Difficulty.
Isn't it a? Oh, I guess it's just what is it? It's like a radio station.
It's an old radio station.
Oh, okay. Not anymore. This bitch is about to be a cell phone tower.
What's the difficulty?
I'm gonna say 6. I'll be kind. Spanish is pretty common.
Well, yeah. I mean, I actually did a bit of Spanish in school. In Spanish, so since I live pretty close to Spain and Gibraltar is connected to Spain and.
Yes.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
Look, nobody.
Correct.
Okay, all those months of trying to get your way through Don Quixote in the original Spanish seem to be paying off. These gentlemen are like, you're Americans?
I am British, but these are Americans. Yes.
Okay. They explain that they are part of the Zapatista Army of National Liberation.
Hey, that's our charity.
Wait, what are they liberating?
Well, Zach, it's hard to get, but they seem to be a left-wing libertarian socialist political movement. And only 4 of them speak Spanish. The rest speak Maya.
Zach decides to speak. He's speaking in Spanish. I am a representative of Her Majesty's government, and we are looking into the disposed local populace of the Mayan cultures and trying to help associate with those cultures to help bring them back and to be at the forefront of the United Nations politics to help people such as yourself regain certain political aspects within Mexico.
Okay, please roll manipulation plus academics for that one.
Manipulation plus.
Or politics if you got it.
I think I've got politics. Let me check.
You shouldn't
You
have
do.
politics to you.
I do. I've got.
I was so surprised that you didn't put that there at when you first made the character.
I think I did. Okay.
He did.
Pool mod.
The pool mod, because you're British and they don't trust Americans very much, I'm gonna say it's 3. Holy crap.
Difficulty.
Difficulty is 6.
Oh my god!
Jeez.
That's awesome.
They break out in a celebration because they are just now convinced that Britain is going to recognize them and aid them in their struggle.
That's not what Zach said in his speech, but again, he said to help the local people get recognition within Mexico, not help them take over. But anyway,
Look, you're speaking a language you technically aren't fluent in. You're using a lot of really technical words to deal with politics. You can forgive them, and most of them are getting it translated back to their native language. So you can forgive them for misunderstanding. All right, hang on just one moment. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh. Okay. That happened.
So are we going to convince one of the Mayan people, or whoever's there, to come with us to be the sacrifice?
That's a good idea.
And they're so
That's a
happy
really-
too.
That's a really good idea, though.
I mean, they would probably be very willing.
Exactly.
They know the area, so I'm sure they could get us to where we're going.
And they could probably be they could protect us as well. They could be used as a bodyguard.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's hope we never have to come back to Mexico because we'll have enemies.
I know what happened to me so fast. I'm just glad I wasn't killed, though. I legitimately thought that was the end of Creed. But at the same time, I was also ready for another character. I'm not gonna lie. I had it all set. I first second when I was just like, okay, Creed's dead. I gotta think of someone else now.
Oh, jeez.
Alrighty, so I'm back, and Caroline, several strapping young Mayan guys are trying to flirt with you.
Oh, she's eating it up.
Oh, why don't I get the strapping young Mayan guys?
Because this is super macho Mexico.
We're too straight for that shit.
She's like playing with him, like waving at him.
Yeah, okay, so there's a party going on. They're passing around booze. And are you going to explain you need to sleep inside the building?
Yes. We wish to use this building to take rest for the day as we have traveled far and we are exhausted.
Marcos, the translator, is like, yes, get your sleep, get your rest. We will guard you during the day, and you can travel at night. It's safer that way.
Thank you very much.
I like these people.
That's because they think we're helping them.
Exactly.
No, they think I'm helping them.
Yeah, that's great.
Yes.
Where's the posse?
Thankfully, Zach is British. Now, things you never think you will write your vampire notes. Zapatista camp at abandoned radio station. Okay.
We've had like the strangest strokes of luck with people helping us.
I know.
It's bizarre. It's like you guys try to make ice cream or something normal, you fail miserably at it. You do like the weirdest freaking thing in the world, you get 1,000 successes.
Speaking that language, but not fluent in.
It's like I try to pick the lock, and the lock is obstinate; it doesn't pick. But Creed causes a guy with a flamethrower to explode. Jeez.
No, it makes a guy with a flamethrower basically fall, blows it up, and somehow miraculously flips through it perfectly.
Yes, that is the other thing. And manages to make your frenzy rolls against fire as a Bruja, which is just crazed. All right, so we're going to take a break here till next week, because, gosh, this did not go the way I thought it would. Oh, well. No, and what's really interesting about Carolina is I randomly rolled, like, a couple of her personality traits, and one of them was she's absolutely terrified of Nosferatu.
That's why.
And I'm just like, holy dog crap. Okay, we're going with it.
I legitimately thought Creed was just gonna die there. I was like so ready to just like play as Erica or something.
Well,
I don't know why. I just thought he was gonna die there.
Okay. Well, everybody, I'm gonna give everybody 4 experience points because this was a really great session.
Yay!
Wait, actually,
And
I
I
have
love
another.
Zach's
much
bit
fun.
about this has gone too smoothly. This has gone too smoothly.
Now I may not be able to play next Sunday.
Okay.
I'll know later this week. Since Thanksgiving is next week.
Oh,
my
yeah.
family,
It is.
No,
my
it's not.
family's made the last
Oh.
minute coming in.
Is it?
So I'm trying to do some shift trades at work so I could actually have it off to spend
Yes.
time with them.
Thanksgiving is Thursday the 29th.
No, it's
So-
the 22nd.
Is it?
It's the last Thursday in November, right?
It's the fourth Thursday.
Oh, I'll be dang. I did not know. Okay. So, yeah, well, don't worry. Worst case scenario, we will. You know what? Actually, something we could do next week if Freya can't be there is we could use that super simple character system that I had, and once again we could just have you all play like the locals here who have met the nice British people and just do the weird crap that would go on.
Oh, that
God.
would be awesome. So I'll let you guys know.
Okay.
Hopefully tomorrow, I think, because I'm waiting for the person that I would trade with. And I think because I'm working tomorrow for somebody else for
Right.
later this week. So yeah, I'm hoping if it works out the way I want to, is I'll work Sunday and Monday next week, and then I'll have Friday and Saturday off, so I have an
Yeah.
extra long weekend with my family. So
Nice.
I'm hoping they all sprung in at the last minute of, hey, by the way, we're gonna come. So then my husband was like, well, do you wanna see if your mom wants to fly out here since your sisters are coming? And I was like, I'll ask her. And they were able to get off of work, so I bought some tickets for them.
As my friend used to say, bring the whole fam damly.
Yep.
All right. Thank you all so much for playing. I'm sorry it took me a few weeks, but I had a bunch of problems, but it was great. Y'all are entertaining as hell as usual.
Well, we're the wait,
This is
I
an
would
awesome.
Christoph and the Box. The best episode thus far.
Yes, Christoph and the Box. And now it's Zach and the Zapatista Army of National Liberation.
All we need now is just a narrator in the deserts of Mexico. The great clan from Atlanta, Georgia, marches triumphantly to the National Liberation Army of Mexico.
Until, of course, the Sabbat find out about you guys, then things might go off the rails.
Well, hopefully we can get in and out before that happens.
That's the goal.
Do you know what? I've forgotten. I've completely forgotten about what, was it 2 months ago when Zach called his friend up in the UK about something?
Yes. Actually, it was. I think it was to secure the documents.
Yes.
Yes. So they will be there when you get back to Atlanta.
Okay. And what about my Zach's fake diplomatic working for the British ambassador thing?
Well, I tell you what. What I'll do is I will right now. I'm going to say you have a 65% chance of getting that. So I'm going to roll a 100-sided die. And yes, you will have fake diplomatic immunity, good enough to get you out of 3 jams before they actually check it.
This is totally like Lethal Weapon.
Yes.
Diplomatic immunity.
And of course, the best part is Zach has the British accent, so it's
Right.
like the magic immunity. Because, all evil people are British. Didn't you know that?
Yeah.
Except when they have a Scottish accent.
Yes, except when they have a Scottish accent.
That's very true.
Or, oh, God. Speaking of accents, you made me remember the unfortunate movie with Kevin Costner as Robin Hood. And it's like, why does Robin Hood... Everyone else sounds like they're from Britain. Why does Robin Hood sound like he's from Kansas?
I keep bringing up evil British people, but when you hear people from Cornwall, or I'm just gonna mow you over with my combine harvester, or oh yes, all the blood spurting everywhere, or they think good into Dougal. Oh yes, Dougal, it's fantastic, Dougal.
Is it bad that I understood what you said?
Actually,
Yeah, I understood nothing of that.
I understood combine harvester, and I don't know what a Dougal is.
A
Dougal's a
Dougal's
guy.
a name.
Oh,
If you've seen Hot Fuzz, that's basically the West Country Cornish type accent.
And God, David Bradley was good at that.
The greater good. The greater good.
Yarp.
Yarp. Yarp.
Narp.
The cranberry juice.
I'm out of here. You guys have a good night.
You have a good
Talk to you
night.
later.
good night.
Y'all take care.
The swans escaped.
So what I was gonna... Swans escaped, yes. What I was going to say is, probably, unless you all come up with some other wonderful epic quest for your vampires to go on, which I don't put past you. 'Cause this is literally the chronicle that does not end. When eventually this one does end, there is a game that I really would like to run for you all because it rewards your creative methods of thinking.
Oh gosh.
I'm gonna link the rules are free online, and it's called Fate. Fate Core, in fact, and anyway, I just want you to take a look at it, and I'm not sure what genre I would run it in. That would be actually the other thing that's kind of cool about it is you can do creative or collaborative world building. So as the GM, I don't have to just make it all up. So you all can actually, if you want to play the crazy guy from Cornwall with the combine harvester.
Or I drink cider and I go on combine harvesters and I kill people on it. Or down in Devon we got our nice cheese and we got our bread and then we go and then we come back again.
But anyway, yeah, like I said, I've been thinking about possibly a fantasy game of some sort. But, since Dungeons and Dragons irritates me.
Oh man, but my Irish character.
No, the worst part is still like my gaming clan that one of my friends convinced me to make. It's like, I was like, we should do a roleplay game, and everyone's like, let's play Dungeons and Dragons. I'm like, oh god, like can't you play vampires or something?
Well, actually, and that's kind of the cool thing. Like games that I've run in Fate before are like I've done fantasy, I've done horror, and I've done. Actually, the one I'm writing now is for a group I've got here is Ultimate Robot Fighting League, which is basically like wrestling in giant mechs.
I might need to broaden my accents out for my characters. I might do one from Birmingham.
No balls.
Oh, I can't go and kill him. Can't stab him through the throat yet. I haven't had my 3 pints.
Although, like I said, it would be interesting to see what you guys would like to play, because as I said, y'all are one of the best vampire groups I've run for.
Aw.
Ah, thank you.
So, and also, it would be fun to have characters that can go outside during the day.
Right?
I know.
Ah, bye.
Interestingly, my drama group is thinking about putting on one of Tara Pratchett's novel to script plays, and it's
Oh, nice.
the vampire one, the something jugular.
Hmm.
Can't remember what it's called.
Carpe Jugulum.
That's it. Yes, Carpe Jugulum. We are thinking about putting that in.
That is so good. I personally like I want to get the T-shirt that says "Undead, not Unperson."
Do you know the last will and testament of Terry Pratchett?
I did not.
So you know he suffered from Alzheimer's and he had to use a dictaphone to write his novels.
Mm-hmm.
He said in his will that if he passed away, any unfinished novels on his dictaphone must be destroyed by being rolled over by a steamroller.
That's brilliant.
I have.
The
Sorry,
fun thing, I got to meet Mr. Pratchett once.
Oh wow, that's brilliant.
He was doing a book signing at my university. And that was kind of cool. I was like, wow, you're Terry. And this was the 90s, so he's like, wow, someone knows who I am. That's great.
Oh.
Nowadays, if he were resurrected and brought back, there would be fans out the door. But back then, he was not well known here in the U.S.
No, but he writes very British type novels.
Yes, and also the video game they did with Rincewind the Wizard, where Eric Idle is his voice, was fantastic.
I actually need to read more Pratchett. I didn't really read much of it when I was.
My favorite one is called Lords and Ladies, and it's about killing elves because they're cute.
Yes, we were. That was another championed play, which was going to be the elves would have been puppets.
Nice. All right, thank you, KO, for doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
What I'll do, KO, for the poster, I actually will be going to some of my drama Christmas meals, and at each Christmas meal, I like to wear a suit, so I shall take a picture in my suit, and that'll be the basis for my character.
Okay, cool.
Neat.
Yes. Zach likes to be stylish while killing. In the words of the Duke of Wellington at the battle, I like my men well dressed for the enemy.
All right, y'all. Thank you so much for playing, and I will see you all next week, Lord willing, and the creek doesn't rise.
Thank you.
Take
Thank
care.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.